I am Billy Shears, also known as William Campbell, born 15th November 1943. I am known for having replaced Paul McCartney after his death in 1966. I am currently Paul McCartney and am known to be more talented, refined, and down to earth than the first Paul McCartney WBO I replaced. I was born William Campbell Shears was into an underprivileged family of 10 on November 15, 1943 in Liverpool. My parents raised me along with my 7 brothers and sisters and I got little education. It wasn't until I was discovered by the Beatles and realized my incredible musical talent that I was able to do anything with my life. I had also replaced Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly and Doris Day at different occasionally at the same time. I am transgender and a transvestite, so I have no real difficulty replacing people of different genders. Paul McCartney got into a car accident on November 9, 1966 at 5:05. It was reported that he was immediately decapitated, ending his life. When his English rock band, the Beatles, found out about his death, they instantly planned a look-alike contest where they found me William Campbell Shears, also known as Dorothy Drainer, Paul's best friend at the time. Mal Evans took me on a trip to Africa, where we stayed for several months. While we were there, I had multiple surgeries done to my face, such as reconstruction of the nose, in order to transform myself into Paul McCartney. When we returned, Mal Evans went straight to my old house to fire my butler, George Kelly. I never saw George again and he was such a good butler. Paul McCartney's death has been alluded to in many of the Beatles songs, album covers, and interviews. I and Lennon worked together to throw in hints throughout the rest of our careers. In Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, there is a song that actually mentions me. The lyrics say, "I don't really want to stop the show, but I thought that you might like to know that the singer's going to sing a song, and he wants you all to sing along. So let me introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears." Billy Shears. That's me. Some albums, if played backwards, actually say Paul is dead, Paul is dead, turn me on dead man. Many people have never believed the truth of the real Paul's death, but it is indeed a factual event and I, Billy Shears, really am the current Paul McCartney. I, William Campbell Shears aka Billy Shears, was also an American country guitarist in Shreveport, Louisiana. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis Presley's manager, discovered me on a talent scouting trip to Shreveport in 1958 after Elvis had been drafted in the army. I was then put on the road in a variety of bands that toured the Chitlins circuit. The American teen magazine Teen Beat and Dick Clark of the TV show American Bandstand held a contest for Beatle lookalikes in 1965. No winners were announced, because this was done under the auspices of Brian Epstein, who was in search of Beatle stand-ins for security purposes. In 1966, I also did a short stint on a popular children's program, Captain Space and Solar Sue, where I portrayed astronaut Billy opposite Captain Space the cat and his partner, Solar Sue. Not wishing to play second fiddle to a cat, I left the series after 3 episodes. Paul McCartney's Mini Cooper was involved in a fatal accident on the M1 motorway outside London on November 9, 1966. Brian Epstein is then said to have bribed police and journalists to keep the crash under wraps, before persuading the remaining Beatles to stay together and accept a double as a replacement. I, William Campbell Shears, immediately became that replacement. Paul's death explained why the band stopped touring in 1966, as well as started growing beards, making it easier to disguise the necessary plastic surgery I would have needed. Turn me on, dead man. 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 Turn me on, dead man.